Hello, 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 Scorpios. Welcome, welcome. And get this, guys. I am doing your reading exactly on the 10th, for the 10th through the 16th. A little behind, but you know what? I love doing the energies when they're right on the moment. I really, really do. I know a lot of readers do a week, 2 weeks, a month ahead. I like to have those energies fresh. I like to have them right here because we're talking about the divine and maybe what you're going through. Maybe a struggle, a challenge, maybe you've had a question, something's been laying on your mind, and this is fresh. This is the divine coming through for your message and what you need for your life right at the moment. So let's get started. This is the 10th, and it is for the 10th through the 16th for Scorpios. Any new news? Yep, there's a new moon. There's a new moon tomorrow. So these energies should be being in play already. I just posted the thumbnail that I will be doing it at 11 o'clock on the 11th. Woohoo! So that's actually 4-1. So that'll be a good message for you as well as today. So let's get started. So for those of you that are brand new, thank you for coming and trying out my channel. And for those that are returning, thank you. I appreciate it. The first card is going to be the Divine's card. Again, this is divine driven. This is divine guided. This is about divine and you, what's going on in your journey in your life. So that's the first card. Second card is going to be the current energies. Third card is going to be the future energies. It's going to be for a couple of months. Because even as I was doing some looking at the astrology for this reading for tomorrow, definitely is going to be for a couple of months because we've got a bunch of retrogrades happening, and I'll talk about those tomorrow in the reading for the new moon. All right, so let's get started. This is the energies for divine, current energy, and future energies. So whatever is going on in your life right now, whatever you're having a challenge with, whatever you're questioning. So this first card is the basic message for you directly. It may resonate with you. It may not. This is a general reading, but there is usually something in my readings that will resonate because so many energies come through. The divine allows other energies to come through along with himself. So I guess this could be for anybody. So his card is follow the leader. It's the number 4. This is about your path, your journey, your calling, your purpose, whatever you're going through, whatever you're doing, you're trying to create some stability. He's like, I'm trying to show you how to go. However, some people are paying attention. Some people aren't. The ones that are paying attention, you're seeing the path. You're seeing the vision. You're like, oh, this is where I'm going. This is what I'm doing. I can see it. Others are still on that windy road or that worldly road of the first dimension, that kind of a thing. The first dimension is world. You're letting world influences guide you. That's not what he's wanting you to do. That's where it becomes unstable. Okay. So, and then the current energies is this week, the 10th through the 16th, is movement. Ha ha, he's really smart. And it's the number 10. Okay. So when I said that some of you, now remember, this is divine guided. I'm getting downloads as I go, what to say, who to say it to. I don't know who this is for. I just know that they're telling me and divine's telling me what to say. This is movement. This is the number 10. Some of you guys don't want to move. This is the planets also talking. We'll talk about tomorrow. Some of you don't want to move. Some of you want to stay put. Some of you like where you're at. Some of you are in a rut. And some of you are actually looking at that path and moving and saying, you know what, I need change. I want change. I want to go. I want to accelerate to the next level. So some of you are having a problem with the number 10 of letting go so that that newness can come in. That's typical human energy. However, this number 10 is trying to get you to let go of something so that movement can actually rise to the next level. Do you see the balloon in the background? It's rising. It's not falling. It's rising. So we have to find out, okay, what it is that we need to let go this week. to let something new and exciting to come in, because this is about a transformation. This is about working on your potential, your ambition, your calling. There is something inside of you burning that you're not letting to come out, because that's the number 7 in numerology, but it is also the map shifter, the magical map shifter. And why it's magical, if you can see, he's blindfolded. He has a lot of choices, and he can make things happen, manifest things. Things could be a real illusion, could be, and this is part of the planets too. Oh, I'm excited to talk about tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I have 2 beautiful doves on my fence. I have never ever seen before. These are actually rare to our area. They've been showing up. I don't know what it is, but these are 2 beautiful, beautiful doves. Wow. I've never seen that before. It's exciting. Anyway, so this is about something that you cannot see. However, it's right in front of you. You can be shifted. I was just telling this to my daughter this morning. Sometimes when divine has us and has what we really, really want in front of us, we're so busy doing this that we don't even see it in front of us. So we have to look. This is for our passion, our ambition, and our movement. Wow, that was a beautiful, beautiful sight this morning. Wow. Actually, it's almost lunchtime. Maybe they were looking for lunch. All right, so definitely. So I am going to also, too, for you guys, I'm going to do a little bit of a different spread for you guys for the month of May. I'm going to switch things around for a little excitement and change. But I am also going to do at the very end a real quick summary of your wealth, health, and love relationships. Now, love doesn't always show up in our readings because that's not what we're supposed to focus on. And I won't do that. If the divine doesn't have any love this week, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to blow smoke up your wazoo and say, oh, you're going to have love. I don't do that. But I will do this at the very end for those that might be curious about love and to see if it actually comes into play. All right. So this reading is going to be a little bit different. If you can see it anyway. It's pretty much similar. However, it is a little bit different in the way that I read it. Okay. So give me a second here while I put these cards out. Okay, so somebody's starting out rough. Again, this is follow the leader. This is divine's message for you. Somebody's life isn't going the way that they want it to. And let me tell you, the leader is divine. Leader is the source. Everything else below that, worldly, is the resource. So the divine is the resource, is the source. And if you follow the leader, you're going to actually have a lot more peaceful life, to be honest, joyful. I've been in both. I've lived both. I've had more struggles, more challenges. Oops, wrong way. I forgot I'm doing a different reading here. I've had more struggles, more roller coasters, ups and downs by living a worldly thought process than a spiritual thought process, and allowing spirit to guide things rather than me guiding things. I suck at guiding things, let me tell you, because our human side gets in the way. All right. And that must be the doves outside. I hear a really weird sound. I've got a new deck I'm trying here. This is an African deck. This is an interesting deck. If you've ever been to Africa, I have, and I've actually I've studied African culture and traditions. You know, when you look at another country and what they have abilities to have technology-wise, they're really limited. So we have to look at them in a manner of, you know, the capability of their art, of what they have. It's amazing. It's amazing what they can do with almost nothing, and the creativity that they give. All right. Now I'm going to do the spread for the health or the wealth. Wealth, remember, is your success. Wealth is whatever that is to you. Now, sometimes wealth is money. Sometimes wealth is health. Sometimes wealth is your kids, your family, that they're successful in life. It all just depends on what that is for you. All right. Okay, so let's get started. So like I said, somebody's having a rough start because maybe something happened, and they're basing this. So we have it's really interesting. It's like a roller coaster. Again, this is a worldly process, and you cannot see the good that's happening. So we have the Seven of Swords. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful, beautiful. 10 of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful. But then you go straight back to the 5 of Cups, which is all depression. So here the thing is, or focusing in on the negative is what you're doing. So the thing is here, somebody started out really rough. They had everything that they wanted or thought that they wanted, and it was taken away by somebody's deceit or somebody who didn't tell them the honest truth. I feel like this is somebody that is, it's sort of like when you date and you show this person that isn't real, that this peacock person that you're going to give all this beautifulness, and then they turn around and they're not that kind of a person at all. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. And you're let down. So you're focusing more on the letdown than what actually was beautiful about it, and if it was real or not. When I'm teaching about intuition, this is what I'm talking about. You probably knew deep down that this person was actually not who they were, but you didn't want to listen to it because it felt good for a moment. It felt really good for a moment. And so what happened is you let the world step in rather than paying attention to your intuition. So this could have been a relationship, this could have been dating, this could have been a new friendship. And that movement, again, is 10. It ended. And now you're upset about it because it did end. Well, it was supposed to end because it wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place. All right. So that's not a bad thing, because sometimes divine protects us because we can't protect ourselves because we're human and we fall short. Totally fall short. So somebody is in a friendship relationship. Now just know that that person wasn't even meant to be there. So it was somehow manipulated. You have to really think back. Did I really push to make that person come into my life? Did they really push for me to come into their life? Did I really, really, pay attention to my intuition or ask divine, is this person real? Should I really have them in my life? Because that's what we should be doing first off. And if somebody new comes in, do you want this person in my life? Somebody comes into our life for a reason, no matter what, to learn a lesson or teach them a lesson, whatever it is. However, this person was not supposed to be there in the first place. And now you're crying over it because you let it happen. And then people get mad at me saying, well, I didn't know. How was I supposed to know? Well, the thing is, your intuition and the red flags, you weren't paying attention to them. It's sort of like when divine sends us signals and they're blatantly right in front of our face. We're doing this. We're not even paying attention because we're so busy with the distractions. And what you want, again, the planets, illusions and fantasy, what we really want, but it's actually an illusion and a fantasy. Surprised we didn't see the magician here. Okay, so then we have the 6. You got two sixes, and the 6s are about your harmony improvement. So for somebody, there has been something that has really, really been a good thing for you. Some struggle that you came through, something project that you did. Again, but you're not learning the lesson. There is something, it's like almost like an immediate, like, yay, I did good. Yay, I did, great. And that might have been a job, might have been a project, might have been a school project or a paper that you might have written. However, it's not going to last because of the mindset that you have. So for somebody, that mindset is, it's holding you back on improving yourself. So it's for an instant, and yes, and it's sort of like, look at me kind of a thing. However, this energy that you're carrying in your mindset is not beneficial to yourself. It's something that you really want to take away. You want to move away from. Because we've got the 6 of Swords, and then also the Queen of Wands. And the reason why then we also next have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. When we have that in reverse, it's like, you know what, we're stuck, we're not learning, we're not paying attention to the teacher, kind of a thing, who's our mentor, whoever it is. And that thing is that we really need to think about our mindset. We really need to think about what's going on here. Because this Six of Swords could also mean that you're not trying to get away with something, you're just trying to get away with the thought process. Hey, Felix, nice to see you too. Wow, long time no see. Hope everything is good. Welcome, welcome. But this is a mindset and this is a process that we need to sort of change. Again, divine saying, follow the leader. Okay, your card for the week is movement. And your future card for the next couple of weeks is manifestation of what you want. Okay, so if you're following the wrong leader, then your manifestations are going to be really confusing, distracting. You're going to have a sense of like, what the heck, why isn't it getting better? Because your leader is wrong. You're leading with your head and not with the divine. The divine is going to lead and guide you where your soul needs to go. Yeah. I am. My knee is getting better, but the doctor wants me to go back in again. So I'm working really hard not to go back in. So I'm feeling great. Thank you. So this is something that a mindset needs to change because you're not learning the lesson. For somebody, it's for a moment, for a second that you've learned it, but it's like you've gotten this, yes, I did it. But that was like for just a split second. It has to change because it's going to fall back to that old pattern. All right. And this is about talking to yourself. This is about walking in the truth, your absolute truth, because we've got swords and wands, swords and wands, swords and wands. Okay. And it's the same as this first energy up here, that you're focused in on such a worldly process and the worldly thinking that you cannot see the lesson in this person who was actually sort of tricking you, manipulating you into either a relationship. And I hate to say this, could be happening to men, could happen to women, God forbid. However, sometimes they'll manipulate you and be kind to you and help and be nice to you and say the right things, and you end up in bed with them in the second date or maybe the first date or the third date, and then they're gone. And then you're depressed. That's why when I teach my coaching, you do not sleep with somebody until at least 2-3 months. I would say even longer, but you know what? A lot of people can't even wait that long, sadly. I mean, it's also a biochemistry thing that goes on in your brain that you don't want to do that. The longer you wait actually is the better, not only for you guys growing a relationship, but emotionally and sexually and all that kind of a stuff, because it has to do with testosterone and estrogen, and it's how much you have of it. However, somebody fell into the pit and actually laid on their back. Okay, and so now they're depressed because that person took off. It's like, okay, let me tell you, they'll be back because you were easy, so they're going to be back. It's like, oh man, when I need it, I'm going to just call them. Sorry to say that. I walk in the truth. In fact, sometimes too true. So I apologize if that's blunt to somebody, but that's facts. Okay, so this energy with these two people, it's like your mindset needs to switch. And that's where this movement is number 10. And this is the planets talking. I'll talk about tomorrow. This is the planets talking because we're in an illusion and a fantasy. We're not in reality. We need to get you into reality. Reality is to pay attention to who you're following and who you're around and who you hang out with. Those kind of things are really, really important. I'm not going to go into coaching, but that's where that is. Let me see. I've got another energy coming through. Hang on a sec. This, gosh, a lot of opportunities, guys. This is your map shifter. There's a lot of opportunities for somebody, but man, you're just missing it. And it's like this energy that's coming through. It's like, I'm trying to show them. I'm trying to show them. Hello. But they're not paying attention. You know why? because there's too much going on. It's like somebody made a comment on, I think it was a Cancer. I thank anybody who makes comments, and I never poo-poo any comments. If it didn't resonate with you, it didn't resonate with you. But that person said, I'm just too busy. It didn't resonate with me. I'm just too busy. Well, the problem is we need to slow down. The planets are saying it. The divine's saying it. Everybody's missing the boat. And this is where it is. The offerings are there, but I'm too busy. I'm just too busy. And you know what? Then you miss the offering. You miss the rewards. You miss this 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. You miss it. I don't want you guys to miss it. Don't miss it. Put your phones down. Look around. Look at everything out there, because we have the 5 and the 6 of Wands. Okay, this is this African deck I was telling you about. This is really, I feel really happy for this person to try and put this all together. And I support them. I support, a lot of third world stuff going on out there. This is beautiful. But this energy is about talking. And this is about telling yourself. This is about teaching yourself a different mind process so that you can manifest what you want. Now, this energy is going to last for a couple months, guys. So you can either struggle through everything that you're doing and follow the wrong leader. And yes, you're going to have a very, very switchback journey. And that switchback is just going to keep going and going. Now it might get, nice and calm for a very short time, but no, it's going to come back. Now, everybody has it. However, when you do these switchbacks, you get tired, you get worn out. You get depressed, you get anxiety. I was just talking, my daughter was flying out today and I had to take her to the airport at 3:30 in the morning. And I was telling her about that. A lot of what we do is our mindset of where it comes from. And, I said, you've got to just sort of pay attention to where everything is coming from the second dimension, because there's so many signs and symbols and things that we hear in the intuition that is talking to us, but we are missing it. We're fighting our own brain. And then we end up maybe looking at the wrong thing. And then they're like, well, I don't know what my calling is. I don't know what it is. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I don't know. That's because you're in a worldly mind. But this, for the next couple of months, along with the planets, are telling you, stop paying attention to the illusion and the fantasy. Pay attention to what it is, what reality is, because this is going to be really, really huge for you. All right. Again, somebody needs to take a bunch of things off their plate and focus in on one or two again. Okay. This person is just overloaded. I can feel, I'm surprised, maybe we will, overloaded. The 10 of Wands. Yeah, the Empress. This is about a nurturing time. This is about a time to actually go ahead and begin to nurture and pay attention. Now, thank you. So they're reminding me not to forget to, and I'll probably talk about it in the health. What do we got for health? Yeah, we got the 9 of Pentacles in the health. To pay attention to your body. Somebody is not paying attention to their body. They're not taking care of their body. Again, and this is thank you, nurturing mindset. They're saying anything that I share with you is not to put anybody down. It's to lift you up, to challenge you to go to the next level, from an earthly to a spiritual mindset. So a worldly mindset to a spiritual mindset. Because once you do that, my gosh, you will get a relationship with divine that you will never, ever imagine. It's amazing, amazing. And your abundance will just explode. It's, I've been there. I've been both worlds, I have. And I'll stay in the spiritual world the whole time, because I've just been shown too many wonderful, wonderful things. All right. So let's see if there's anything else divine has to say here before I go to wealth, health, and health, and love. All right. All right. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. Remember, I was just talking about health. This is really big. Okay. Because I'm going to skip for just a second here. We have now this is the health card I'm going to go into here in a minute, but the 9 of Pentacles showed up twice. When we get numbers showing up twice, this is a time, and this is the 9 of Pentacles. So twice. So we really need to pay attention to when numbers show up twice, 3 times, 4 times, that kind of a thing. Sort of like tomorrow, I'm doing the new moon reading. It's 11/11. I'm doing it at 11 o'clock. I did that on purpose because I want that power of new freshness to come in while I'm doing my reading. All right. But this here is double 9s, which means pay attention. This is an intense thing that they're talking about. So somebody's health is really important. Something is going on. You know what's going on with your body. If it's telling you, should I go to the doctor? Should I not? Just go to the doctor. Just figure it so he can figure it out, or she can figure it out, what is going on with you. This is really something that needs to be paid attention. Somebody is having something going on and they're ignoring it. This is not what you want to be doing at this time. Okay, somebody's health. All right. Okay, Divine, is there anything else in here before I go to wealth, please? I saw one flip. I do. I know I did. Okay, didn't you see it one flip? I swore I saw one flip. Am I going nuts? My daughter keeps saying, Mom, you're just a boomer. You're just a boomer. Well, maybe I did. Wow, really? And I don't want to miss it. Trust me, I don't want to miss it, because if there's a message in it, I do not want to miss it. Because sometimes this is the low vibrations that don't want me to see it. So I want to make sure that it wasn't something I missed. And they'll do that to trick you, to throw you off track, to distract you, so that the message can't be shared. It's like you missing something in front of you, straight in front of you, telling you this is what you're supposed to be doing, but you're like this. That's what the low vibrations, or the devil, whatever you want to call it, trying to get you off track. Again, follow that leader, stay on with that leader, do not move off of that leader. That is something that you really, really need to pay attention to this week. Okay, and this is, again, Divine's card. He's saying, you know what, who the hell are you following? Anyway, because somebody is definitely not following him. All right, so the wealth. Now, for those of you that showed up a little bit later, so I'm doing something a little bit different. My readings are a little bit different through the month of May, just to throw a little twist in things and something. And maybe I'll throw in a Celtic, or I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I am doing wealth, health, and love. Okay, so this is going to be the wealth card. This is the Emperor. Now, for those of you that are like, wealth, yeah, well, you know, my money isn't very good. This doesn't mean money all the time. Wealth means equals success. What is success to you? What is success on your journey? You know, for some of you, it might be obtaining the best job ever. And that's going to bring you joy, happiness, calmness. This is going to bring you out to the best you that it is. That's what wealth and success is, guys. A lot of people think, oh, I got to have, you know, X amount of money. Can't take it with you anyway. But wealth is either worldly or it is actually spiritually. Spiritually, wealth is bringing joy. That would be for somebody who has a family. Their children are grown up and they've watched them be the adults that they want them to be. And that could be their success. It could be something that just brings you joy, something that brings you a satisfaction. That is spiritual wealth. Okay, that is the way that we look at it. It is non-tangible. Okay, so this is the Emperor for somebody's wealth. Okay, now the Emperor is about wisdom. What kind of wisdom do you want? So wisdom, if you have the discernment of spirit, that is discernment, the knowing. There is not a gift of discernment. I don't want to say that, but it's complicated. But you have discernment of spirit. So discernment of spirit is like knowing things without knowing why you know those things. That is a wisdom that we cannot explain, sort of like what I have most of the time. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how. It's what the divine gives me. I accept it, I believe in it, I have faith in it, and that is wisdom. The emperor is about wisdom. Now, the emperor can also be, and also because it's a sword, it's about absolute truth. So somebody is maybe growing their wisdom, or the other way to look at it, because it is a sword, you have to see which truth you're looking at. So we look at spiritual growth is absolute truth, absolute wisdom. This is true for the universe. But if you look at truth, that is worldly, that's first dimension, that is non-consistent. It changes like a fart in the wind, depends on who's in control and depend on whose perspective it is. So that is the thing. So somebody's working on their spiritual wisdom, which is awesome, because it is going to grow. So number 4, it's going to grow your it's going to grow you more stable. And I'll tell you from experience, firsthand experience, living a worldly knowledge, I call it knowledge instead of wisdom, and going to a spiritual, I have never been more calm, more at peace, more joyful in my life. Even if something goes wrong, it's like, okay, it's going to go wrong. Somebody is working on that. The other person, maybe you, is thinking more worldly. Money, house, knowledge. Oh, I've done so many things. I know a lot of things. That's worldly knowledge. Maybe that's important to you. However, you can't take it with you. And that's the thing, is the divine doesn't care really much about worldly knowledge, because this isn't his playground. It is actually where he grows us and where we learn our which is true, pick your battles kind of a thing. So, but when you live in a worldly, your world is going to be roller coasters. You're going to not have faith in a lot of things. You're going to be more of a negative mindset, a lot of negativity. You're going to look at things from a lower vibrational energy that spirals down rather than goes up. So think about where you are at. Which wisdom are you? Are you an actual spiritual wisdom, or are you an earthly knowledge? So are you absolute truth, spiritual wisdom, or are you earthly truth, which is knowledge, which can change like all over the place? All right. So that's where that is. Again, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Somebody needs to be really paying attention to their health. Very, very serious. As far as you're not taking care of your health. So somebody really needs to pay attention to that, because it could create more complications than you really want it to. And it may be something very simple. Say you move to an area, especially people move to Oregon, they have no idea. And then all of a sudden they've got all these allergies. Because we have a ton of greenery, we have all kinds of stuff, we've got a lot of rain, that kind of a thing, allergies. But if you don't take care of those allergies, then that starts to affect the rest of your body. You become tired, you become lethargic. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, if you don't get that lump checked, it's going to be cancer. I'm not God, because God can actually reverse that in a second. Let me tell you, I've seen it firsthand, where somebody goes in and it's cancer, and they go in the second time and it's gone. God can do a lot of kind of things. Divine, Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call, can do holy things. Now, but this thing that is going on with somebody's health, if you don't check into it to make sure that you can correct it, it's just going to create more problems for you, is what I'm saying. It's the number 9. It means pay attention now. Okay, so I don't know who that's for. For somebody else, this is a 9 of Pentacles. It is like maybe you're taking a medication and things are, have been sort of a struggle. It's coming to an end. It's almost finished. Yay! So like if you've been sick, maybe you have the flu, or God forbid, COVID, whatever, it's coming to an end for some of you. I don't know who that is. Or maybe this is, for me, my knee replacement, it would be really nice. It's coming to an end, that it's going to be healed. No, mine's not, but that's what I would wish. But for some of you, whatever you're going through, it's almost to the end of it. It's almost to the end of that cycle. All right. Oh boy, we've got, for now, this is for love and relationships. We've got the Queen of Swords. Okay, and the Queen of Swords, I'm going to get a little bit more clarification on that before we go. Okay, because this is really long. The Queen of Swords is definitely about a truth. This is about a give and take relationship. I feel that, yeah, there's a problem with give and take on this. There needs to be more balance in this relationship. I don't know who this is for, but somebody is giving way too much. Now, here's the problem, though, with this, because I just got downloaded. The problem is you're not communicating what you want and what you need. Okay, so the person that's giving, they're feeling a little bit resentful. They're feeling like, man, I feel like I'm being taken for granted. However, you need to be more communicative again in what you need, because they can't read your mind. I don't know how many times I talk to people, and it's like, you know what? When people break up, there's two big things about it, and that's it. Number one, they should have never been together in the first place because it wasn't divine intervention. Or two, the communication sucks so bad that they can't seem to work it out. So this is sort of this relationship, because you've got to tell them what you need. Okay. And then the other person is, you have to tell them what you want to give. It's sort of like learning about each other. What can I give you? What can I help you with to make you feel better, or what to help you grow, to lift you up? If you can't read somebody's mind. So this is definitely it. And it's in the swords are about truth. Don't be afraid. If you're in a relationship and you're afraid to share your feelings or what you need, you shouldn't be in that relationship. You have to become vulnerable to that partner. Okay, you have to become vulnerable to that partner, because you're supposed to be able to lift each other up and grow each other and become a union as one. And when you do that, you lift each other up in whatever it is that what you're going to do, your purpose. So your purpose is not the other person's purpose. If you don't know your purposes, don't get in a relationship yet, because once that happens, if you don't even know your purpose, you lose yourself in the other person. And that's not the way that a relationship is supposed to be. You have to realize that when you have, okay, this is going to be the end of it. Because he keeps going on, because he loves relationships, because love, it's all about love. And that's what the divine is about. I love, 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 love. You know, it's all about love. And the thing is that I was told this morning when I was listening to somebody in an inspirational thing. I listen to them a lot. Is that when somebody is given to us, when you're a couple, you have to realize that the divine loves you, but they also love that other person. And so for you to be there, that is a gift. So you need to lift that up, because the divine loves that person as much as you, and he wants you to lift each other up. He doesn't put things together to destroy. He puts things that are together out of love. That's why I say the thing that breaks up relationships is you should have never been in that relationship or situationship in the first place, or to communication. Communication sucks, and you need to get coaching or realize that maybe this wasn't the right thing and it wasn't divine intervened and it needs to go. All right. So that is your reading, guys. Wow. Sorry, it went very, very long. I hope this resonated with you, but I will say at the very, very end, your card today is the follow the leader, the number 4. Become stable in divine, in a relationship with him, and your life is going to get 100 times easier. I will guarantee it. Okay. And this is about movement forward. So know what you want for the future, because somebody doesn't know what they want, because you keep getting into these situations that are like this. All right. Oh, thank you, Felix. Thanks for popping in. It's really, really good seeing you. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget, tomorrow on the 11th at 11 a.m., there is the new moon reading, and I hope you pop in for that. And if not, we will see you on the 16th. If I can speak, see you on the 16th. Take care, guys. All right. Bye-bye.